Hey guys, Tempe here. I'm joined again with Elthizar, and we are following one of his friends instead of one of our Censored Gaming community members.
Yes, in this game today we'll be following Kalari Lol playing the Diana on the red team, is Jungle Diana, purple team, or red team rather, consisting of Yorick, Blitzcrank, Infernal Mordekaiser, Caitlyn, and Kalari Lol playing Diana.
On the blue team we have Jarvan the Fourth will be in the jungle, Zed, Janna, Pulsefire Ezreal, oh my god, and Lord Darius. Skin Wars? I am a girls, therefore vanity is something that I'm being very vain about, is the blue team. Interesting team compositions on both sides though.
Both Dunk Lords are on the blue team, so that's going to be something people are going to have to be careful of. Jarvan dropping on someone's face and then an axe falling. It's going to be very painful. And Zed is incredibly strong at just jumping on someone and tearing them to pieces, so Caitlyn's going to have to be very careful as well.
Well, on the red team, it's good that they have a Yorick then, because he can easily revive Caitlyn or duplicate Caitlyn, just continuing for the next 30 seconds, even after her death, to poke someone. And then again, they also have Mordekaiser, so if they can kill Darius, Zed, or Ezreal if he gets fed enough, they can wreak havoc as 6v4.
As a particular point, if Ezreal goes for the new meta blue Ezreal, which you do not approve of,
No.
then he may not be so good for Mordekaiser because he's not going to be able to use his abilities. The best person to go for that would probably be Zed or Darius, because they will have high damage on their auto attacks and actually give a sizable bonus to Mordekaiser.
Indeed. Also, I have to note that in the LCS this weekend, Ezreal did start off as a blue build Ezreal, but because of the enemy's composition, he sold his first blue build item, which is the Spirit of the Elder Lizard, and went for Infinity Edge immediately.
Yes, that was Yellow Star.
Yes.
When Fnatic was playing. I was in presence for that game. I was.
It was a good weekend though for the LCS.
It was. I was very happy to see Evil Geniuses beat both Fnatic and Gambit.
I haven't watched them beating Gambit because I was out watching Superman, the Man of Steel, the newest Superman film. But I definitely watched them beating Fnatic, and I was a very, very sad League of Legends fan.
Oh yes, you're a Fnatic fan, aren't you?
Yes, I'm fanatic about Fnatic.
Da 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 da.
Standard positioning for both teams. Yorick not exactly guarding the red buff, but everything else seems to be in order. I'm gonna give them a bit of leash. I've noticed that both teams, or actually every team, stopped taking the golems.
Yep.
Early on.
Just sorting out the team panes. There
Yeah,
we go. Side by side, as sorted now. Fairly standard. Darius and Zed going to be helping Jarvan out with his blue buff, and likewise, bot lane and mid going to assist Diana.
Yes. The blue team has definitely better engage and disengage, especially disengage because of Janna and her Monsoon and Howling Gale. While the red team definitely has a bit more in-your-face composition with Yorick, Mordekaiser and Blitzcrank.
Yeah, Diana as well is a very divey champion, so when Yorick runs in, that's a very good sign for Diana just to kind of jump on somebody's face and do a lot of damage. Diana been nerfed multiple times, but is still a very potent damage threat.
Yes, well, I'm glad that they buffed her range a bit with her ultimate, Lunar Rush.
Yes.
Because the nerf was really painful. There's a grab on.
Blitzcrank lands the hurt in bot lane, forces Janna to flash it out.
Hook for a flash. I would say that's a very, very happy Blitzcrank.
12-second cooldown for a 5-minute one? Yes, I can imagine he'd be happy with that.
Yorick is winning the skirmish on top because they're just beating at each other. This
Darius
could be a
actually
first blood.
Darius burnt his... No! Darius gets first blood.
That's hemorrhage. I'm just gonna say hemorrhage.
Yes. Yorick didn't burn his exhaust, which is a big mistake, because had he done so, then Darius would not have been able to stack hemorrhage so quickly.
Yep.
And therefore he could have won the trade very easily.
It was a secret weapon. That
A
killed
secret
it.
weapon that was forgotten.
Nope. Darius picked it up with his secret weapon. The last thing he had. Ignite.
The passive.
Ignite. He
And
used
passive.
Ignite. Well, passive
And it
help.
didn't burn his flash either, which is interesting to point.
He just used, well, an Ignite for a flash any day.
Ignite for a flash and a first blood, even better.
Yep. Which will be a very, very strong Darius. In the
Yes.
end. Zed
Darius,
being-
given a couple of kills early game, can be known to absolutely dominate. Blitzcrank lands the hook on Ezreal. Arc shift, not really a
coming
problem.
up from
And Jarvan's
behind.
coming around behind on bottom lane. Caitlyn using the Night Caliber net to escape him.
Flashed as
Ja-
well.
Jarvan flashed up. Caitlyn is
Exhaust.
probably going to go down. Yes.
Picked up a kill.
The lack of ward coverage in the river there for the red team.
Especially since they were pushing is a very bad thing. Zed is being bullied by Mordekaiser this early into the game. I would have expected that Zed would win the early. Two-man gank on top, back again on Darius. He pulls in both Diana and Yorick, gets slightly in trouble, pulled back by Diana and manages to escape. Still, he did not use flash. That is
Yes,
good for
Darius
Darius.
seems to know the limits of his champion, which is very good to see.
Now
Going back to the middle lane, I feel the main reason that Mordekaiser is doing so well is just that Iron Man passive. When a minion wave comes up, all he has to do is use Siphon of Destruction, and that's going to fill up his shield. And when Zed does try to poke, then Mordekaiser's going to have a pretty much full shield bar, and the poke will pretty much be for naught.
Jarvan comes
Darius
in.
doing a lot of damage to Yorick there.
Mordekaiser managing
Oh,
to escape
chance.
Jarvan's gank in the middle.
I think it was just good use of intuition because Mordekaiser doesn't really have any wards.
No, he didn't see. I was expecting Diana to come around and make it a 2v2, but Jarvan is just past middle and is going towards Yorick on top.
Oh,
Jumps
Jarvan
in.
lands the knock-up, and the extended damage from the longer range decimate results in another kill for Darius.
Yep.
Diana needs to get up there very quickly because Darius can snowball so very hard.
Well, Yorick is definitely keeping up with the farm, even though he's 2 kills down, but this will be a problem because those 2 kills are 30 CS, 15 per kill.
I believe,
It's
as the
15
numbers
per
go,
kill.
I thought it was 14 minions, roughly equivocal to a kill, but my math might be slightly off.
That's why I said 15. It's a nice round.
Round numbers, I can work with that.
Zed in trouble in the middle will go down to, well, actually survive.
I'm not sure if he will actually.
He
The ult was burned and the ignite.
survives. He's surviving it. Barely,
Just
but he survived it.
Just ticks off. That's something you have to fear a lot of Mordekaiser. Ignite plus his ultimate is a deceptively large amount of damage.
It
So
is.
you can escape your tower with 150 health and still die.
Yep. I think he used his. If Mordekaiser have used one more siphoning strike,
Siphon of Destruction.
yeah, or that, or his E. True, yeah.
Yes.
Siphon of Destruction. See, I'm really bad when it comes to remembering the names of certain champions that I don't play often. He would have picked up the kill, but Jarvan was there, the turret was there, he did not want to risk it.
Smart move just to fall back. He forced Zed out and, well, had to back out himself though, so he didn't really gain much of a CS advantage from it, but it's still a lot of damage down.
Oh, he's going for the Hextech Revolver. Blitzcrank Hook misses. Bottom is being pressured again by the red team. But
And
this
there is
time
actually
they...
a warded feather this time.
Yes. Darius hugging the turret as Yorick
Yes.
is...
Despite being down 2 kills, Yorick is still very good at pushing the lane, and that's actually going to not work out in his favour because it means he's more open to the ganks from Jarvan, and he's less safe in terms of getting the ganks in from Diana.
Yes.
Speaking of Diana, she's currently sat in the tri-brush. Maybe you can try and get something going.
She's going for
Yep.
Darius. Manages
There
to
she
get
goes.
him.
Darius burns his flash.
They're going to follow him. He pulls Yorick, gets exhausted. Yorick turret
I
dies.
do
And
not
goes
think
back.
this turret dive is going to be a good idea.
Nope. It will give Darius a chance to slam dunk. He's level 6, picks up a kill on Yorick and
And-
continues towards Diana. Forces a flash. Continues
Will the
to
flash
chase.
be enough though? I think it will. Yes. Oh. No.
He goes in. He has the ultimate.
Will he die though?
Yes, he will.
Last tower hit will cause him to fall. Shutdown goes to Diana.
Yes. That is 400 something gold, right? In her pocket.
Yes. The shutdown was actually a bounty of 500 due to the fact that...
Oh yeah, 4 kills.
on a rampage.
4 kills are 500, yes. You are right.
Score currently 5-1 in favour of the blue team. No towers taken, and the gold lead is approximately 2,500.
No major items picked up yet. Darius did pick up now Phage, so he will be going for the Frozen Mallet, which is a good tanky, slow item that he needs to chase for chasing enemy champions. Nice.
As a top lane Darius, it really is a must item because it means that Darius can really stick to his target. He can deal a lot of damage and stack the passive.
He did use ultimate on Jarvan, but too little,
it's not
too
going to
late.
be enough.
Yes.
It's not going to be enough.
Jarvan claiming the kill, however.
Let's try and land the hook on Janna. Unfortunately, that's too much damage onto Caitlyn. Will she be able to survive? Exhaust goes down, and Caitlyn is going to make it out alive.
They did turn towards Blitzcrank, so you could still see a few pokes coming from Ezra, but he doesn't have mana to land his full combo to pick up the kill. Let's see, another hook
That's
catches
going in
Janna.
on Janna. Not sure if
Ooh, bad
he will not
monsoon.
finish. But the monsoon from Janna may
Flash.
actually have... No, I was going to say may have saved his life, but...
Ezra
Mystic
flash.
Shot basic attack. Yes, Mystic Shot basic attack from the flash. Enough to pick up the kill.
Ace in the hole did
Interestingly,
catch
Yorick-
him, but
Interestingly, Yorick is the same level as Darius now.
yep. That is. He didn't get the assist from the kill, but it was enough that Darius died for Yorick to get back into the lane, get some farm up, his 10 CS down, but get that level and a half that he was missing.
Yeah, now we see Diana sitting in the tri-brush again, trying to get in. There is a Warden River though, so Darius will see this coming. Oh, she's coming round from the side. She lands the Q. There's the ult going down. That's going a lot of damage onto Darius. He's going to turn around, get the kill onto Yorick, but fall to Diana.
That red buff definitely slowed him down.
Even on Diana, it's almost not necessary because of the Moonfall, pulling people back in, slowing them down. But blue buff on, red buff on top of that, sorry, makes it just even more potent when it's ganking, especially post 6. Mordekaiser in bot lane, trying to push it out.
They could be going for Dragon soon, or he just came for a gank, but because of the amount of blue wards in the river, he just can't get in.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jarvan sat in the tri-bush for bottom lane. Not sure if he's going to do anything. Oh, Caitlyn not in a good place there. EQ and the ult burn. She's going to go down very quickly. Oh,
Ezreal's ultimate is up. Will miss her by an
just
inch.
misses Caitlyn. Mordekaiser picking up Zed in the mid lane, so he has a nice little ghost to play minion for him.
6v4 is beginning to start.
Yes. An interesting point in the late game as well. There is a tactic if a team features both Yorick and Mordekaiser, where Mordekaiser can ghost one of the enemy team, and Yorick can then utilize his ghost on the ghost that
Darius could
Mordekaiser
pick
has
up a
made.
double kill. Darius going down, but Jarvan picking up Diana thanks to Darius's damage.
Yes.
2000 gold difference between the top laners.
A
12 minutes
3,000
into
gold
the
total,
game.
which shows that Darius is really being a dominant force in this game.
Have to note, Darius and Jarvan are definitely getting more fed. Darius did die 3 times in, I think, 3 minutes of the game. Jarvan on top trying to stop Yorick from pushing the lane. Deals significant amount of damage. He picked up Spirit of the Elder Lizard, so I'm hoping this is not the beginning of a blue build Jarvan.
I certainly hope not.
I think 1 champion is enough. Well, 2 champions, considering there is also a blue build for Rise.
Jace. And Jace. There's 3 then.
Oh dear god. Thank you for reminding me of that one as well. I just recently forgot about it.
Yes.
Ultimate missing yet again, and we have a disconnect. I hope it's
Yes.
just a fast disconnect and not the same thing as the last time. Yes.
Yes.
Let's see, nothing much happening. 10-4, still no dragons, still no turrets down. 3,000 gold difference in favor of the blue team.
Zed going in onto Mordekaiser, not sure if that's wise. Nope, taking a lot of damage.
Gets
Down goes Children of the Grave, not sure if it's going to be enough to finish him off though.
It shouldn't be.
Diana going in onto Darius again in top lane, lands the Q, but Yorick's not there in support.
No, he was late in reacting. He did get a level. Caitlyn returning to the game. Zed surviving. Jarvan picking up the slack in the middle. He will land his combo on Mordekaiser, but won't chase.
More taking a bit of damage, but once again stacking up the Iron Man just to make sure that he stays fairly healthy, and Diana's coming down.
This could be a dead Jarvan. He will manage to escape.
Seems to get back to the tower in plenty of time. Ezreal's Q starting to really hurt.
Yes, it is, and I'm just noticing now the difference in CS between the AD carries, and it's huge. Ezreal's been managing to pull both Blitzcrank and Caitlyn out of the lane, not counting Caitlyn's DC, which helped him immensely, but even before the DC. Yorick on top in trouble. Darius is jumping all over him, forces a flash and pulls back.
Yes, the farm numbers are very interesting. Despite being pretty much dominated in top lane, Yorick's not too far behind on the CS.
No, he's not. He's really keeping it up nicely.
In terms of the junglers, Diana is ahead on Jarvan. However, the scores don't really reflect that as well. Diana having 2 deaths and Jarvan having none. Zed is up on CS to Mordekaiser. That is pretty much offset by the kill that Mord has, however.
Hooked on bottom. Janna's Q will miss, but it did shove both Caitlyn and Blitzcrank away from Ezreal. Wards being placed everywhere. It's funny, Zed is leading in CS, but Mordekaiser is dealing far more damage, especially now that he has Hextech Revolver and has some Spell Vamp. He can farm and poke more frequently.
Yes. Jarvan, a little bit earlier, Jarvan trying to get into the bottom lane, but there was a ward right next to him, so Red Team perfectly aware of the situation and able to fall back with plenty of time to spare.
Diana going on top again. They really want to shut down Darius. I mean, I don't think he's in a killing spree yet, but they want to keep him in check.
They're really going to need to, because if he keeps up this way when it comes to late game team fights, he is just going to be able to go ult, 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 ult. Everything just dies.
Off with everyone's head.
Yes.
In his case.
Again in the mid lane, Mordekaiser dealing a lot of damage to Zed.
Indeed, that is slightly concerning. But if Zed can get out neutral from his laning phase and start attacking Caitlyn and Diana while assassinating them, essentially, he will be fine. He should be fine. Janna picking up a kill on bottom.
Diana going in on Darius top. Mordekaiser, Yorick's going to fall again. Not sure if Diana's going to be able to get the finish. Yes, she will, but I think she's going to take a bit too much damage from the tower. Not quite enough to die, but more than enough to force her out.
Jarvan turret diving on bottom, picking up a kill on Caitlyn, making it a 2 for none on that bottom lane, and they will have the first tower as well.
That bottom outer tower is going to go down. Mid lane the mid lane outer is probably going to go down fairly soon for the blue team, though. Mordekaiser's been pushing that out all game.
Oh, that was to be expected. An assassin versus a mage fighter is definitely not a fair fight for the assassin.
Yes, Mord weighing all day at that situation.
Indeed, and Mord is one of those champions that he can go up against anyone and say, yeah, sure, hit me, you're just gonna give me more armor, and I'm gonna hue all day, and you will die because I do have persistent damage.
Yes.
So they will do that. And he is also 2 levels above Zed. So that is the power of Mordekaiser and him outlaning and shoving Zed out of the lane as often as possible.
Diana spotted coming down past the blue buff, which means that a Howling Gale will very quickly stop that gank in its tracks.
Mordekaiser going down as well, but he did get noticed by the wards, because the blue team is warding nicely. They turn around towards Blitzcrank. Caitlyn going down as Zed picks up his first kill. Exhaust goes down on Ezreal, he gets knocked up. Diana is there as well. Janna picks up a second kill. That is not good. Occasional kills on support is fine in team fights, but this could have been easily Ezreal's.
Jarvan likely to fall to that consistent damage. No, the Ignite doesn't quite burn for enough damage, but one more Siphon, that will be plenty enough to finish him off.
And Mordekaiser will just walk away. He will be low on health, but he'll just walk away and send his minion Zed, to pick up the turret. Second turret for the blue team, picked up by Darius on top.
After killing Yorick again. Yorick doesn't seem to be able to time his ultimate correctly, because if you could time Omen alright, then he might be able to get a reversal kill onto Darius, because the Vengeful Spirit
Here comes Diana, the only person on the red team that can surely stop Darius at this moment. She's dishing out quite a bit of damage. She has all 5 stacks of hemorrhage, forced a flash, gets pulled back in.
Stacked out behind those minions.
And slam dunk, almost. Darius has his ultimate on cooldown. He takes the extra hit from the turret unnecessarily. And he's forced out as Mordekaiser and Yorick comes round.
Diana just about surviving that.
Yes. Yes, she is. Blitzcrank on bottom in trouble as the blue team is pushing towards that inner turret. He's on 50% health.
Ezreal going back, he does
Caitlyn in trouble in the middle. Zed did jump on her with his ultimate and will pick up the kill. And walk away. Ooh,
walking over a trap, taking
2 unnecessary
hits there.
Yes.
Ezreal just recently gone back to base. He had around 3,000 gold, so that's going to be a lot of bonus stuff,
yes.
I would assume.
He picked up Manemoon and Blightwater Cutlass and another longsword, so he is going for the blue build, Ezreal. Zed managing nicely to escape Mordekaiser, gets ultimate by Jarvan. Jarvan ends his Cataclysm ultimate and walks away. He also picked up Mordekaiser's ultimate, which is good, which saved Zed's life in the end.
Yes. The Cataclysm, very good combined with the Zed, because it can hold people in place for Zed to rip them to shreds, or if Zed's in trouble, you can jump it, Zed can use the Living Shadow just to teleport right out of there.
Indeed. Last note, one of the craziest things I've seen in the LCS this weekend was definitely Cannon Flash over Cataclysm. Darius in trouble on top, both Mordekaiser and Yorick go in. They will tank the turret as Mordekaiser's armor will prevent him from taking any serious damage, but Darius, being slippery little eel that he is, manages to escape. For a champion that isn't known for his high mobility, he's definitely playing this perfectly, knowing his limits. Red team starts Dragon.
Janna sat just over the wall, she might be able to get the steal. No.
But Ezreal will pick up the kills on Diana.
Diana does indeed go down. Interesting where the extra damage came from, because Essence Flux didn't seem to do enough damage, and I didn't see a finisher auto attack come out, so
yeah.
I'll assume it was the auto attack.
I think it was. It was. Ezreal will protect his turret. Zed coming in from behind with Janna on Blitzcrank. They stop him from recalling. Ultimate used by Zed. Here comes Mordekaiser and Caitlyn. Blitzcrank's passive used. Ezreal will pick up the kill. Zed again ignited and ulted by Mordekaiser. Used the Living Shadow to run away. He will live again. Ace in the hole catches Janna. She manages to live. Double kill for Ezreal as they still continue to fight. Janna will go down now. She's still alive. Wow.
I'm very much surprised by that. Yorick should have been able to finish that very quickly. Caitlyn gets dived on, ulted by the Yorick. She's going to go down very quickly regardless. And now Yorick gets dunked.
Dead man. And they just finished the ghoul. So red team picks up Dragon, but they're still one turret behind, and they lost 3 people.
Red team has surrendered.
Yep, surrender vote.
In all truth, 22 for 7 with 5,000 gold behind. You can almost see where it's coming from. I wouldn't personally surrender at that point, but maybe I'm just a mindless optimist.
Well, there could be a point of return, but not when all the kills are literally on Diana and Mordekaiser, while everyone else on the blue team just started getting all the kills